Let's see, I think we're live right now. Let's go. Let me change. Let me change the camera. Cool, and then I will upload the image. That's one thing annoying about this platform. I'm using like Ecamm right now, and so I have to create like a custom thumbnail for everything. But yeah. And I think this is the first time I'm actually live streaming to LinkedIn too, which is pretty cool. I don't know how well these like streaming platform things work too well, but yeah. Anyways, I'm actually really excited to live stream. There's just so much I want to catch up on. I'm at your local Whole Foods because your boy loves Whole Foods. Let me just get this thing up really quickly, and then we'll start the live stream. Let's see. And for some reason, my airdrop's not working. Airdrop. So how do I... What's up? What's up? Thank you for joining, guys. Let's turn on some music. I haven't done this in a while. Cool. Music's playing. Check. And then hopefully music's not too loud. Maybe I have to upload from my YouTube studio over here. And let me upload something for YouTube. Studio. Sorry guys, I'm just like doing all the boring YouTube stuff, trying to get a thumbnail out. How do I take... It's been so long since I've done this. We'll start in a second, guys. What the heck? Dude, I'm like streaming right now, but it's not showing. What the heck? What's up, Tommy? What is going on, brother? Let me adjust some settings really quickly because everything is really messed up. It's been forever since I've like live streamed or anything like that. It's been crazy. But life has been super ridiculous recently. Business has been taking off. A lot of cool projects that are happening, which I'll update you guys on today. Kind of weird, but I started going to church. I'm not Christian or anything like that, but that's been pretty new in my life. Let me turn down the sound here. But so much to update you guys on, and I'm trying to upload a thumbnail right now, which is really annoying. I only have like 2 hands, so I wish I had an ops person just to do everything. Oh shit. Photos. Probably should have prepared before. For some reason my AirDrop isn't working either, so I can't upload. What the heck? That's really annoying. Hold on. Let me... Tommy, I'll put your thing on pretty soon. Hold on. I have to create a thumbnail right now. So annoying. You guys can see my back end while I do this. And then I'll crack open a drink and then we can start the live stream. Which shows an easy way to kind of do all this, but I have to like literally create something and I don't want you guys to be waiting, so I'll just create the thumbnail as I'm on. Let's do 10, 8, 19, here we go. I'll do that. Create. Oh my god, that's the worst thumbnail ever. Wow. Let me like look at the camera this time and like redo one. Cool. Hopefully that's cool. So now let's go back to our image. So much better than just trying to figure everything out on my back end and I'm not engaging with you guys. But a lot has happened recently. There we go. Perfect. Let's export this. Upload this onto my YouTube. There we go. Cool. Way better. It's not the best photo. I probably should have had something ready to go before I started, but yeah. Anyways, yeah, Tommy, what is going on? I hope you're well. It's been forever since I've done live streaming. Like, been a long ass time. I really miss it, but I've just been so busy with all of my projects. If you guys haven't really, if we haven't talked, first of all, let's pull up a drink. I'm at your local Whole Foods right now just chilling, so cheers. Yeah, so I guess what I'll do is kind of like update you guys on my business and everything that's going on, my personal life. Life has been really good to me recently. I've been doing a lot of things like jiu-jitsu these days. I actually recently got my purple belt, which is crazy if you follow me on Instagram. I got my purple belt, which is, I don't know, if you do jiu-jitsu, then you probably know how, I don't want to say monumental, but it marks a really big milestone because I never even expected to get a purple belt in jiu-jitsu. I always wanted to just know enough just to defend myself, like on the streets and stuff, I guess. But what happened in the process back in the day was I just fell in love with jiu-jitsu and I just go all the time. And when everything in my life was happening, especially with my father and stuff and transitioning out of pharmacy, it was the one thing that really kept me sane over and over again. So I'm really appreciative of how much jiu-jitsu has changed my life, and I've gotten to a point where like purple is kind of like the professional belt where you know enough to be dangerous and stuff, and there's a lot of refinement. So there's that. Recently too, if you haven't caught up with me in years or so, basically I recently started working with Ali Abdaal. He is one of my major clients. That's been really, really cool, just helping him launch behind the scenes and take everything I've known over the last 5, 6 years and just do on a big launch. I really hope that I can get him to 2 mil like this year. So there's that. We only have like a few more months, but I think we'll hit it just fine. I'm not worried about it. And then I've been launching my own mastermind too. So if you guys don't know, I run a creator mastermind. This is not pitching it, by the way. It's closed. It's not even open right now. But I just have just a wonderful group of creators where we just vibe out and stuff, and we just meet every single 2 weeks. It's been really amazing, just like having great friends and just doing that. And then that's opened up even more opportunities. I'm like speaking later this I think next month. I've spoke at like a mastermind event. My boy Mike Kim, you might have seen him on this channel like in the last vlog or so. That's been crazy. I spoke at his event. I'm speaking at another event like next month, and then I'm hosting a IRL Vegas like creator meetup. Just like an organization just hit me up today, and I'm gonna be hosting a Vegas meetup. And then I'm going to be hosting a IRL creator mastermind just for my group, and we're gonna vlog all of it too. So yeah, I've been doing a lot of hires too on the back end, which has been crazy. It's like one of the reasons why I live stream today, because we're behind on content just by a bit. I've been hiring someone for vlogs. I've been doing more talking head videos. I've been building AI stuff like on the back end too, which has been really, really cool. So there's that. Revenue for the company or my business has been insane. Recently, I don't think it's always going to be like this, but recently we've been averaging like $1,000 to $3,000 per day, which is crazy. And I'm just so blessed to just have that. I feel like for myself, I've just always been the same person, and like my internals catching up with my reality, if that makes sense. And then I started hot yoga too, and I'm planning my Asia trip. I might do a creator house in Asia or something like that. So yeah, man, I'm still single as fuck too. So that's kind of by design too, but really trying to think about how do I take more responsibility in my life. And you know, like I definitely want a family and all that. That's really important to me. And just hosting a lot more events IRL too. So I hope that you guys are well. If you guys are like tuning in, I know there's like not as many people as back in the YouTube days, like when I was kind of popping off. Not really. I was never really truly popping off, to be honest with you. But I definitely noticed like the views haven't been all there, but we're getting there. And I just feel something is just going to pop off because of the momentum I'm having. So I would love to hear like any updates on your end, because so much can change. I mean, if things have not gone well for you, I totally feel you guys too. Like, I've been in the shitter for many years. If you haven't followed me, I was like very in my sad boy era. I'm not gonna lie, I still feel sad sometimes, and I'm not always like bubbly and happy all the time. But I think it's important to kind of like highlight the good stuff and bad stuff. And I think the one thing that you can always expect from me is like, always tell it how it is, like what's going on in my life. And there's a lot of unsexy stuff, you know, like a lot of self-worth stuff and all that. And the one thing I kind of realize is like so many times we chase external things like money all the time, but we never work on our inner development, because we'll never outgrow the inner work in us too, right? Like you can never, how do I put this? Something I realized is like the reason why I couldn't get bigger clients before was because I didn't believe I could ever work with these big clients like Ali Abdaal and other people like that. The reason why I couldn't close higher ticket deals or any of these opportunities was just because I didn't feel like, I didn't believe that I could do it. And so I know it's kind of woo-woo and stuff, but I've been spending a lot of time on my mental health too. Like I signed up for Dr. K's coaching and stuff like that. So I have a mental health coach, doing a lot of journaling, been going to church just to like reflect. I'm not sure if you guys know, even if you're not religious or Christian or anything like that, the church I go to is like really chill. Like there's a bunch of YouTubers there, and all I do is like sit here with my notebook and I journal stuff, and some things just hit, and it just like I just reflect on it. I've been meaning to do more newsletters too, but building this whole system where I can just drop audio voices and just like drop a newsletter and all that. So that's been really, really cool. I'm going to get back to the comments in a second, but yeah, it's been insane. What the fuck? Sorry, guys. It looks like I don't know what the heck happened. Hold on for a second. I'm going to read the comments in a bit. I'm like stuck. Hold on. Crappy. Okay, so my mic is still working. I don't know what's going on here. Hold on. Let me just reset my camera. That's so weird. Hold on. That's so annoying. Hold on for 1 second. I want to reset the camera. Cool. Awesome. I'm back. Hopefully the mic is working. Yeah, the mic is working. Cool. Got so many cool people in here, man. So, like, I missed a lot of you guys. I've been just so offline, like, all this time. And so, I've just been kind of building and just, like, in my own world. And it's amazing. Rooting for you. Thank you, bro. I really appreciate it. It means the world to me. It means the world to me that I can just come back here and just share all this good news and stuff like that with you guys and share all the lessons I learned too. It's one of my like big visions or big things where I can just like elevate the people around me. And something I realized too is like, you know, some followers, they just drop off. They love you for one moment and then you're gone and it's like, whatever, dude. Like, it's just the nature of people, right? And I don't hold it against them. But the people that have stuck in my life, I really, really do appreciate it from the bottom of my heart. So, yeah, man. Dave M says, hey, Kevin, congrats to you and your purple belt. You really deserve it. Will you post a longer video on your promotion ceremony? Absolutely. I actually captured everything that week. So I went back to my old gym at 10 Planet HQ, and I rolled against all the purple belts and stuff. I rolled against the black belts and stuff as a blue belt still. All my friends say I was long deserved for it, but I have a full vlog. I have like 4 full vlogs that we're trying to edit, but I've been really following this like creator, like different vlog channels, like a few girl vloggers, but there's this one bro who, one of my mastermind student or clients, she sent it to me, Daniel Dalen. He has amazing vlogs. I'm gonna show you guys in a second. Let me just go here. Thanks for a like, by the way. I don't even know if it impacts the algorithm. But this guy has amazing vlogs. He speaks like Cantonese, Mandarin. He's always like traveling around Asia. They're so cinematic. I want to create this, but I know a lot of this requires like pre-production and planning. And I'm not that intentional with my vlogs, so I'm trying to get there, but I have a bunch of like things of me at masterminds and all that sort of stuff too. So I just want to show you the behind the scenes of everything I'm doing and planning my $2 million launch with like Ali Abdaal, which I collect quite a bit there. Oh my God, the big D. What up, Rohan? Rohan's been actually killing it. He's been uploading vlogs. I haven't seen too much of his content recently, but I sent him one of Daniel Dalen's vlogs and stuff, and I saw a bit of it too. Can I have you, Poppy? Oh my God, this guy's wild. Have you seen my phone? Oh my God. We got the OG crew. But yeah, bro, like, it's been crazy. And I don't know. I'll just put it like this, man. I think like so much of my life, like back in pharmacy, I was like really miserable. Like I was really miserable. I was like, oh my God, I can't wait for a weekend so I could go out all the time and stuff. And I think we have this idea sometimes, like at least this is something I realized, that we have this idea that, oh, freedom is to do whatever we want. It's to like travel world and all that. And for me, I'm not the biggest person on traveling sometimes, because I'm just like, I like routine. I like working toward long-term goals. That's just who I am. I just really discovered that. But we think that like, oh yeah, I'd just be chilling here all day, like freaking, I don't know, going to the clubs and all that. But I think like over time, I just realized like true freedom is just working on the projects that we love. And I just feel so filled up these days in terms of like the YouTube videos I'm creating. like not the exact format right now. We're still dialing that down, but we're so close. Like I got the perfect thumbnail guy who's helping me. I think that's the thing that's so exciting. Like I'm not doing this by myself anymore, and the limiting factor was always me. And so we have all the pieces in place. We just need to get more videos out to get in the algo, good graces of the algo. I think it's gonna take 50 videos. Not gonna lie, it's gonna take a lot of videos, but I kind of want to do these like long presentation videos that Hamza was doing. That in my own way. I want to do more talking head vlogs. I want to do more podcasts, like really fun podcasts. Like I interviewed one of my ABG-esque friend who has like a photography studio in LA and stuff, and we were breaking down her business model. We gamified it. There's just a lot out there that I just want to throw out there too. And we've been making a lot of revenue, like passive revenue. I'm thinking about how to reinvest it. How do I host more events? How do I pour into other creators who really need it? I don't know. It's been really good. And I'm like, it's fun again, you know? Like I was in a really dark place where life did not feel that fun. I felt like I was losing friends. I felt like I was, but what is happening? Well guys, you get the shitty camera now. You get the really crappy camera. But yeah, man. Yes, thanks for the inspo, Kevo. Miss you, come to Asia. Yeah, I definitely need to come to Asia, bro. Like, Asia has been on my list since I was 25. Okay, so a lot of you guys don't know this. I actually wanted... Hold on, let me see if my mic is working. My mic is still working. I guess it's the camera that's shitting out. But anyways, like, I wanted to come to Asia since I was like 25, bro. And I just never did it because I let responsibilities, work get in the way and stuff. And I think I'm just ready to just like have a change and move out of Vegas. But it's been crazy. I've been making crazy amount of revenue, and I've just been like saving so much just living at my uncle's house, thank God. Like, I don't know. It's just like simplifying my life, just having really close people around me, my close Vegas friends, and just like in my own bubble has helped so much, dude, like transform my life. And so I'm really excited for the next stage of my life too, and all that. Oh, dude, also, I dropped like 10 pounds, dude. 10, 15 pounds. It was crazy. I blew up to like 220 at one point. So, like, I'm at 205 right now at the time of this video. I'm actually trying to lean down to 195 right now, too. So that's been crazy. Kevin, I started following you during the pandemic when everybody was stuck at home. It's 7:10 to see you doing this after all this time. It's just nice to see you doing this after all this time. Thank you, bro. I really appreciate it. Yeah, you know, like there's so many people that life that I really appreciate the people to what the fuck, like really stuck along with this journey too, man. Oh, what the fuck, dude? I don't know what the hell is going on. I think like my computer is like shutting out right now. Hold on. Let me. Maybe if you guys can still hear me, right? I'm gonna switch to my rear camera. Let me just do this. This is the cool thing about Mac these days. Oh shit. How's that, guys? Oh shit, that's better, kind of. I know it's kind of like weird. I don't drop it, guys. Fuck. Hold on. Oh my god. So much technical trouble. I'll just keep it very shitty. You guys get the 720 cam. Just keep it super intimate. But yeah, man, it's like really crazy. Like I took such a huge risk, like in terms of like, I don't want to say a huge risk, but I took like, I think what I did wasn't very normal. Like I think like most people who are in my shoes probably wouldn't have quit their jobs just to kind of pursue something different. I don't want to even say better. It was just different from everyone else because I was so burnt out. I just did not like my career. And now to be doing work that really lights me up, to be doing it with people that really lights me up, man, that's been crazy. Actually, you know what's really interesting? I've been actually doing a lot of things like human design, and just like trying to figure out like how my body works, like how I work as a person. Like for me, I don't think I was ever the type to kind of put work like day in, day out, like a normal 9 to 5er. And maybe that's why I always felt different from my friends. because I would always get like all this burst of energy, but then I would get burnt out. If you watch my old vlogs, like you would see this happen all the time. I would like put in all this energy, get burnt out, put in all this energy, get burnt out. Where I realized like, oh shoot, I'm not like most of the population. I just need to pace myself. I need to be like, not like a marathoner, but like I need to sprint, focus on something, and then rest. I've been doing that. Dude, I got 3 massages this week because I was just like working so much. And I was like, okay, I gotta make sure I don't burn the fuck out. So yeah. What up, bro? What up, Brian? What's up? Yes, Kevin Yee is in the house. Been forever. Of course, your boy is at a local Whole Foods just chilling and stuff, just updating on life. So much has happened. But yeah, that's like my business, my personal, my physical. Oh, dude, you know what's really crazy? I started getting a lot of my strength back from high school, like, or college days actually. Like, I'm surpassing a lot of lifts that I used to do in college, and I haven't been able to do that for a few years now. And I'm slowly creeping back up to like my maxes back like 1 or 2 years after college. I think before I did jujitsu, that was when I was strongest, and now I'm doing jujitsu and strength training and yin yoga and like all this sort of stuff, and I feel like, I don't know, I don't feel like an athlete. I feel like out of breath. Not out of breath a lot of times, but when I'm like really pushing against the youngsters, like the 25-year-old competition team, I'm like dying. But I never felt healthier in my life, honestly. I just been eating a lot at home, just like quitting seed oils and all this sort of stuff. I don't know. This is like, in my opinion, this is like the power of focus, and like, I don't want to even say focus because focus has a negative connotation sometimes. It's like, oh yeah, you need to focus and stuff. But I think like the major difference is like working on the things that I love. And Naval Ravikant, he has a great quote: play long-term games with long-term people, find work that feels like play. That feels like my whole life, like every single moment since when I wake up, like I'm at jujitsu, that feels like, I mean, getting choked isn't fun, okay? It's definitely not fun. But like just getting better, focusing on different systems and just using my brains in a different way, that's really fun. Advising people and high ticket sales, like I don't even look at it as like sales or pitching people. Like I'm just an advisor, and people buy, great. If people don't, great too. I think at the day for me, it's just making sure I can help people and advise them on how to best solve their problems, you know? And since I make money outside of high ticket closing, I don't feel a need to like close anyone that I don't feel like would benefit. And I never force anything on people too. So that helps with having so many multiple streams of revenue where I don't stress anymore, which is really, really crazy. And I also like don't pay rent or anything like that too, which is crazy too. But yeah, I think like with all this great stuff happening, I also know that like bad times can always happen too. And so I think the one major thing I've been taking away after all this, like, I don't want to call it success, but all this like this phase, this like growth era in my life is like, even if I lost it all again, like I would not be discouraged. I know exactly what to do if I want to rebuild everything over again. And that is an amazing feeling. I could not say that about pharmacy because I was always worried about, oh, is the board of pharmacy going to come in and take away my license and stuff? Like, this is like a level of confidence that you just don't get from like the normal 9 to 5 and stuff, you know? And it's different. Like, you have a different aura. So I've been watching, oh, by the way, guys, I've been watching a lot of Twitch. I've been watching a lot of Jason the Ween and stuff. It's pretty hilarious. Can you guys hear me? Cool. Awesome. We're still getting other comments. I'm going to read them in a second. Let me just reset my camera really quick. I'm going to try to get the Osmo back. My audio is going to cut out. Webcam. Cool. Awesome. Dope. You guys hear me now? Cool. Awesome. I think we are back. Music's still going. Microphone's still going. What's up? Dave says, your videos are really informative and helpful. Really, really appreciate all the content you put out. I think you're killing it with the masterminds. I appreciate it, man. The next major course we're dropping, like there's two things that we're dropping. One is going to be a full, like, I didn't tell you guys this, but during like my time, like just like away from YouTube and just not streaming, I've been really thinking about how do we like, what is my mission? And I just want to help creators like find work. I want to help people find the work that they love, specifically creators. And it breaks my heart when creators can't make money or they don't know how to monetize in an ethical way. You don't have to be Wolf of Wall Street. And so the two things I'm going to be launching very, very soon is like a YouTube masterclass of all the best practices. It's already out of date, by the way. It's crazy. I made that like just a few months ago, but it's already out of date. And that was inspired by a talk I did because I got so much like positive reception from it. So that was like, I decided to just build a full free course on it. No crazy opt-ins or anything like that. It's going to be like 3 hours. And then I have an hour-long affiliate marketing class too, like with organic affiliate marketing. I just want to give you guys, like the people who like fuck with me, I just want to give you guys the best information that I'm learning and practicing and showing you what I'm learning. And maybe like in the process too, like people are going to drop stuff that I didn't know about that I would really appreciate too. I just feel like there's, just by giving so much, it's really interesting. Like we think in order to climb the top, we have to take, but I realize by giving, you can't give everything because like we don't have finite energy. But I realize if the more I can give resentment free, the more I get back. And so that's the key though, resentment free, because I don't want to just like, sometimes like it's not worth it to give. Like for example, a good friend recently asked me about, hey, can you chat with me about my YouTube channel one-on-one? And nothing against her, but we've talked about this, the YouTube channel and stuff, and sometimes the best course of action is just to do it, right? Rather than just like talk to someone. And plus I realized my time and my energy are finite too. And so I have to be a lot more strategic if I want to impact more people. And that means creating more content like this, you know, and then creating more vehicles for the people who are monetizing, who want a deeper connection with me and my community and the people around me, with the masterminds and all that too. And I don't feel scammy about it. Like, I think it's totally ethical. Like, if you can't afford anything, that's okay. You know, you have a wealth of knowledge, like with all that sort of stuff. And then what I realized too is like some people will just always hate. People will always talk shit. They'll be like, oh, you're selling things. But the truth is, I think, and I'll go back to comments in 1 second, by the way, but I think the truth is like passion without profit for a prolonged period of time is unsustainable and people will just burn out. So one of the things I learned from Ali's is that we had to increase the prices. I've been advising him to really increase the pricing, but something that no one saw was like our team was like really burning out on the back end, and it just like the amount that we're charging just wasn't worth it. So it's either you shut down everything and you have no other solutions, right? Or you increase the pricing and you make it sustainable for yourself. And that's the most important thing, is like the sustainability as a creator and stuff, which is really important. But I appreciate you, Dave. Thank you. Yeah, and like honestly, if you guys find that these videos like I'm putting out are really, really helpful, if you can do me a favor, like I'm putting all my attention on this. If there are certain parts where you want me to talk more about it, please leave in the comments because I'm looking at all the comments right now. I'm not outsourcing it. I'm looking at all the comments. If you want a certain video, leave it in the comments too, because I saw a recent comment about, hey, what is your thoughts about moving Vegas? Was it a good decision, bad decision? Like, I keep notes of these things too, by the way. So I'm not saying I will absolutely shoot it because it just might not fit in the content calendar or whatever, but it does continue to inspire me to like keep a pulse of like what you guys want and what your burning pains are. But it's hard when I get no feedback sometimes, you know, and my views aren't popping like they were before, you know, not like they're ever popping, but they're doing a lot better. I'm not going to deny that, bro. Nicholas, are you ever moving back to Boston? I actually went back in February, if you didn't see my vlog. like from a while ago, but I don't think I'm going to move back to Boston anytime soon. If I did, it would be for my mom, just to take care of her or something like that. And then to see my friends. I have amazing friends in Boston. I was actually thinking about doing a YOLO trip like this month. It's one of my best friend, like one of my closest friends' birthday right now, but I'm just like in the middle of a crazy launch. I've been like busy every single day. Today is actually my off day out of all days, which is crazy. So yeah. Dub Alexander. I think I know who you are, bro. My black belt friend. What's up? Hope you are well. If I'm wrong, then I'm wrong. But welcome to the chat, bro. Like appreciate you. Let's get a rolling. If you are the person I'm thinking about, how can we get back to you? Do you have? Can you send donations? Patreon. I think I do have a donations thing. I think it's under. I don't, dude. This is how bad I am. I don't even know my own like URLs and stuff. I'm looking for it, but I think the major thing. I'll look for it right now, but. I think if you guys want to give back, I'll have my links for like donations and stuff. But I think the thing that really helps me out is just like the engagement. If you find that someone like really benefits and stuff like from my content, or you think it's like really fire content that someone needs to know, if you send it to them, I would be so grateful. That means more than any sort of monetary type of thing. Although monetary is pretty cool, like I'm not against it, you know. But yeah, I do have like a link where people can just like send me stuff. It's not through the YouTube thing. Hold on, let me see where it is. I should know it. I made like, so I'm not sure if you guys know, I made like a quick URL in my head so I wouldn't forget. But bro, like, oh yeah, it's under refugeehustles.com/support. I'll post it in. No need, by the way, like no one needs to like donate or anything like that. But it's like it's kind of like what's that called? You can just like donate however much you want and stuff. But honestly, it just goes to my team. I barely break. I think AdSense wise and all that, I don't break a profit. It just goes to all the expenses. Most of my money is from clients and then what the fuck? It's so stupid. I don't know why this keeps on like disconnecting. Hold on, let me switch. 720 camera. I needed help deliver a perfect triangle to my opponents. All is good. Yo, bro, like, so I'm gonna show you like something, guys, that has really helped my jiu-jitsu game a lot. I think I have no affiliate, by the way, like, but this guy, Faraz Sahabi, bro, if you guys are doing jiu-jitsu and you guys want to get way better, this is the guy to follow. He's like GSP's like coach and stuff. I bought almost all his grappling videos. Like, it is so crazy. Like, you can see I spent over like 1,000 or something like that on all his things, but his systems are really good. And I've been just getting a lot better. Like, I've been working on my seated. If you guys aren't in jiu-jitsu, I'll end this don't worry, it's not gonna be a long segment. But this one is really great. Control Freak is amazing too, like especially the side control stuff. But yeah, man, I'm also not the best triangle guy because I have short ass legs. But one triangle entry that I've been getting a lot is through butterfly guard. And so like the butterfly system that I've been learning is like, okay, shoulder pinch one side. If they resist, go to the other side. If they go like if they sit back all the way, or if they're like sprawled out, like, and their shoulders are in front of the hips, that's why I go triangle. If they're like kind of like downward dog position, I'll go Kani Basani into a leg entry. So I've been working that dynamic and then working my power slide stuff too. So it's kind of crazy. Yeah, I'm a jiu-jitsu nerd, bro. I have Notion boards just doing jiu-jitsu stuff. But there's bigger jiu-jitsu nerds out there than me, man. It's crazy. Oh, man. What else, guys? What else is up with you guys? Like, I've been, like, blabbing all day and stuff. What's going on with you guys? while I'm like looking at comments, I want to show you something really, really crazy too. So I'm not sure if I'll make this publicly available because there's a lot of like IP in here that is not public. It's like stuff I paid for. So I have to be very mindful. Like I don't care about putting my stuff out there or if there's YouTube stuff out there already. Like it's fine, but I just feel weird about like posting other people's stuff. And so I've been building this whole AI system of like my human design and like my mission and like who I am, everything from the best practices. We have my friend April Lynn over here with all her videos. All of them are transcribed with like templates and stuff like that, all formalized. And then as I'm like, I have the best like outlier stuff too, right over here for YouTube. So we're sourcing from the best ideas on the internet, which is amazing. And then I'm creating different prompts and stuff with GPTs, and I want to get to a point where I just like can drop a voice message or drop a screenshot, drop a transcript, and write it in my voice, ideally. That's like what I want to get to. It'll never like be perfect, I would say, but that is the stuff I've been working on for the last 2 weeks, and it's been insane. I've been learning a lot of prompting stuff. Like I've been getting a lot of introductions from people like, oh, I'm a director of AI and stuff, like, let's chop it up, I want to do YouTube. So it's been really, really freaking crazy, like the connections I've been meeting. And I think that's one of the reasons why I do high ticket sales specifically for Ali. Like, could I just do my own offer? For sure. I probably wouldn't be as profitable too, I'm not gonna lie. Like Ali's like super profitable for me. But then I also think about the people I meet, and that's invaluable for like, I just get to meet so many cool friends. I get paid. Okay, so I wrote in my journal today during church while the guy was talking. I wrote like, I keep this paper journal. I do like kind of take a picture in it and scan into my personal blog and stuff. But I wrote, I'm not gonna read the whole thing, but there's this one sentence I wrote. It blows my mind that I can make money just by being myself, talking about the things I love, helping advise others, and making friends. Yeah, it's like really, really crazy. I can't believe that's all I do. That's like literally how I make my money. And I just go to events, I chop it up, I meet more people, I just try to help. Yeah, and I just like love talking about like cool gear like this or like this that's not working right now, which sucks. I gotta update the firmware most likely. But yeah, I just get to review gear, I just get to review like all the software. I get to like talk to people about like different things that I'm very passionate about. Yeah, and I just feel like, I think the thing I'm most grateful is that I'm starting to see all the pieces like come together, like from all the years of just like studying and putting in the hard work and sacrificing. I don't think I had to go through that much like hardship and stuff like that, but I did have to give up a lot, and I'm seeing everything come together. And I think like one of the mistakes I made back in the day was like, I don't want to say I was ever motivated by money or chased money a lot, but I would say like, a lot of times like people tell you like, oh, how do I make money? How do I do this? How do I do that? But we don't really think about the person that we need to be. For example, like if you want to make your first 30,000, right, like per month and stuff, like through high ticket sales or any of these mediums, like we don't think about the person, how we would act, what offers we would say yes and no to, what skill sets that we would have to be, what skill sets we would need to have to like accomplish that. We don't think about that too much. And that's something like I'm very, very like cognizant about. And even right now, like too, it's like the jiu-jitsu game. Like, yeah, could I like double leg someone and just like choke them out like any player on the street? Yeah, but that's no fun. I start thinking about like, oh, cool, like I'm at a okay spot right now, but how do I, what would this look like if I just believe I could do so much more? If I could do more, like, what would that look like? And the opportunities like that. Because the thing that I noticed for myself in particular is like I was anchoring myself, like my expectations based off of like what the people were doing around me, my past, my pharmacist salary in the past, by like how I was doing in college. Like we have such, I don't want to say low expectations, but we set our expectations based off of like things that aren't really going to help us. Because like right now, like in my current phase, and I'm not going to say it's forever because anything could happen, right? It's business, like things happen, and whatever happens happens. But like for example, what took me like a month to like 2 weeks to make back in pharmacy, I can just make that in like a day or two, which is that's an exaggeration, maybe like a few days. But let me give a better analogy. What I used to make in 1 week, I can just make in like a few hours, which is crazy. I didn't ever think I would get to this point. Like I always thought it was like so far, but it really wasn't. I think it was just really surrounding myself by the right people. So yeah, that's kind of like what's been on my mind. Anyways, I feel like I've been talking at you guys, not like talking with you. What are some things that are happening in your life? I would love to kind of hear. What are some of the struggles that you're going through? And what is some of the content that you're watching? Like if you want to drop it in the chat, let's do that. I don't like to like lecture too much, to be honest with you. But I feel like sometimes, like when I'm live streaming, I just need to fill in the space because it's awkward as fuck. But I'll show you some of the content I've been watching, like some of the people I've been watching a lot. One of them I mentioned earlier was like Jason Ween. I've been watching him for the last year or so. I get a lot of like, I don't know, like I think we learn a lot. We can learn a lot from the younger generation. Wow, he just broke 600. This just recently happened. So I've been following him since his like e-dating series and stuff, when he broke up with his ex-girlfriend and stuff. He just recently got signed on to FaZe like a few months ago. He's in Japan right now. But I've been watching a lot of his stuff. It's kind of like trash TV, and I think it's needed sometimes. I think some other pieces of I've been watching a lot of JK News again. I think that's been really, really, really cool. David So is always really, really good. The one thing I will say too, like a lot of political content has been just like dominating my stream too, which isn't my favorite honestly, because I think it's important because it kind of like so much in our country is like changing and stuff, and I think it's important to stay updated, but there's only so much you'll get watching from political commentary or watching the news. I don't really like the news and stuff because it's very like biased, so yeah. Kevin Bling Yee in the house. Oh yeah, dude, that's something new too, man. I've been rocking the Kevin Wynn chains recently and stuff like that. I've been experimenting with like silver, gold, and stuff. I don't like to go like too flashy, but it's just to change things up, man, and all that. So that's been really cool. Trying to turn into a Kevin Wynn, Oh shoot, sorry, dude. Hold on. I think my audio just cut out. Let's go back here. Way better. Cool. Sorry guys, I didn't know that the mic cut out. You mentioned the dating scene. Oh man, it cut off. Dave, if you want, drop your comment again. It just cut off completely. Where is it? I'm trying to look for your comment. Maybe if I go onto my own stream, so I'm using this thing called, excuse me. I've been using this thing called Ecamm, and I don't think YouTube really loves it. Let me see. Let me see. Oh, you mentioned. Oh, you mentioned dating scene. I got your second comment. I've been finding that hard in California too. What are you finding helps you in the data Vegas? Is it app dating? Great question. And I think it's important too. Like, I have to be very, very honest with you guys. Like, my dating life is really not a priority. It's been kind of shit recently. Just because I haven't focused on it. I was actually talking to one of my good friends the other day. I have another friend. Her name is like Tina. She's like, I think she'll be on my vlogs. I don't know if I have a vlog with her, but she's been on my Instagram here and there, and we're about the same age. Camera cut out again. What the heck is going on? Why is like this shit like shitting the bed? Hold on for a second. Oh fuck. Oh, I forgot. These like things are magnetic. Oh my god. One second. Okay. Cool. I think we are back. Can you guys hear me now? Perfect. I gotta get rid of this rotating. Cool. Yeah, I was like talking to my friend about this yesterday. We were talking about dating in our mid-30s and stuff like that, and how it. I want to say. Some people ask me for dating advice, and I'm just like, be very careful who you ask advice for. And for me, I feel like the problem was never like approaching women or getting women or anything like that. I think a lot of the times it's like my fear of commitment. I saw this really great post on Instagram. I'll share it with you guys if you guys want to say that. Actually, we can watch it together. But I agreed so much with it. I thought it was so true, especially for like people in Asian households like myself. I sent it to a few friends. Let me find it. But I feel like that was more of the case. It's more internal than external. But that's why I didn't like go into like therapy and mental health stuff, just to like work on that area of my life, so I can be more of a better partner. It came to a point where like I had really loving partners in my life. You probably seen them in my videos, but I would self-sabotage, and it wasn't until like I dated someone that was like myself back in the day where I was like, oh shit, I'm the avoided partner. I need to work on this, right? I think all that is very, very important. It's underrated. But in terms of meeting people, I think the best way in terms of meeting people is like I like doing direct approach, approaching people at coffee shops, bookstores, like common interest places. I went to yin yoga for that reason. Like I started going in yoga just to like meet more people, I guess. And so there's that, but I don't know. Like I try to think like how do I align my life where I can open myself up to more serendipity. Because I feel like the apps are kind of forced. I never used the apps, but like a lot of my friends are showing the apps, like a lot of them. And so that's why I personally don't use the apps at all, because I think it's set up for men to use, to be honest with you guys. I don't think it's great positioning. If I was like doing marketing, I don't think it's great positioning at all. But I think like that's one of the reasons why I create like a lot of content too, is because I can just be myself and what is happening. Holy shit. I think people can just come to me. If they like find ways. Dating scene is so bad worldwide. Birth rates have dropped significantly. I agree. I heard Japan's having a rough time. More people than ever don't want to have kids. It's just really, really rough right now for everyone. I think it's a lot of different factors. Like I feel like there's probably some environmental factors, right, where people are more infertile than ever. And then it's also like we feel this overwhelming amount of responsibility in this time. And then we also feel like a lot of shit is
let's be honest, dude. Like, I think based off our global environment, it feels like shit's about to pop off, and all of us will be wiped off for eternity. So why would you want to go to Kimberly? That's like the arguments I'm having. Like, one interesting thing is like some of the girls I meet these days, they just don't have family or kids or anything like that, and that's totally cool. But like, I felt like that was way less common back in the day. You know, like most of the people back in the day, they all want kids, but a lot of people these days they just don't. Rather than critique them and criticize them, I try to understand why. Like, what's the reason behind that? What experience have you gone through in terms of that? I think that's what the world needs more. It's like a lot more empathy rather than criticizing why people haven't, like, they're not married or anything like that. Because my friend, like, I have another friend, right? But she was saying like how she's older. She's like 1 year older than me, and like, she gets judgment sometimes about like she does want a family, she does want all these things, but like people are like, oh, there must be something wrong with her. And something that we don't realize is like people come from all different sorts of backgrounds. I realized like I wrote it. By the way, I actually recently wrote a memoir, a chapter in the book about my father and growing up. And it wasn't until I started working with my editor and my mental health coach from Dr. K's where I realized, bro, my growing up was not normal. That shit was not normal whatsoever, you know? And so, like, I think that's why I was a very important partner, why I have, like, it's not official, but, like, CPTSD, complex PTSD and stuff. And that's why we just can't assume, like, we can't assume everybody comes from normal upbringings and stuff. I think that's one of the worst things to do. And that's why probably people suck at sales, because they assume way too much going into a conversation. Yes, our Marco, so our Chinese, yeah, but in terms of, like, dating stuff, man, I think, like, one of the things that, like, I'm going to finish up the dating thing and I'll move on to your Amigos. I think for me, my plan is just to explore things I love, work on projects I love. And since I meet so many people, whether through creators or online or creating content, I'm just gonna meet people. Like online. That's like the online tactic, right? Or like to get someone to understand. Like, that's a content thing. The IRL game is like whenever I see something interesting or common. If I see someone, like a girl like wearing a jiu-jitsu shirt or like cauliflower ear, I've never seen girls with cauliflower ear, to be honest with you. But that, or like a book, or something that we have in common, or something I like, even direct approaches too. Like, I think that those are all great. I just make it an effort to approach, you know? Sometimes I bitch out, but a lot of times, like, I do approach when I feel it. And so, like, I think it's that practice of being a lot more outgoing and stuff. And I think a lot of times as men, like, I see this with a lot of my friends, but I learned this through, like, marketing and just, like, business, BD and stuff, where you might have an idea that just because you approach someone and they have a boyfriend or they're not interested or something like that, we think that, oh, it's dead. We shouldn't like let it continue talking. But something that we learned in business is like, oh, there's always referrals, right? Just because now doesn't mean later. I'm not saying like you should be Captain Save-A-Ho and just be that person just desperately waiting by for that person to wake up. But if you're a good person, people will talk about you, hopefully in a positive light, and maybe they'll introduce you to other things or just be like, yo, we're doing this hangout, like you should come through, right? Like, that's how, that to me is that I think that's more of a wholesome way of, like, a more natural, organic way of kind of doing things. So just doing things that you love and just like interacting with the people that are on the journey as well. I hope that makes sense, man. That's like my approach, but I don't know if it's right because, bro, I'm single as fuck too. Chinese gals from certain provinces noticeably more attractive. I don't even know. Like, honestly, one thing I am interested in is like the Chinese experiences in different countries. So we all know what it's like. Well, for me, I know it's like being ABC in America. I've heard a lot of things about the Canadian, like Chinese experience, which is very similar to the US. But then I'm really curious about, Chinese people in Vietnam, Chinese people in Korea, Chinese people in Thailand, Chinese people in Malaysia, Chinese people in Singapore. Like, I'm really interested about those things. That's why I actually want to go. Because what I realized too, just like with Viet Chinese, like Americans and stuff here, like they speak a little bit differently. There's different nuances. Their food is also different too, which is pretty fire. It's like, yeah, it's like the same dish, but like I remember eating Chinese Viet food and American Cali, and that shit was lit. It just tasted a little bit different. And I find that there's like some really interesting. I think that's really, really interesting. Yeah. All right, guys. I'm gonna stay for a few more minutes, maybe for about 10 hours. I'm gonna hop off. I actually have to do some work while I'm here. One of the reasons why I actually came to Whole Foods too was because I want to work, but also too, the internet was fast enough where I could stream on LinkedIn and YouTube too. So I want to try that out. It actually worked out pretty well. So Kevin can vlog the Chinese experiences in Finland. Actually, it's really interesting to see like that too. Chinese people in European countries and stuff. I fortunately met a few people from my YouTube channel that are from like Europe and stuff. Yeah, there's just like, I think with Chinese culture, there's just like so much out there. Like, Cantonese people aren't the same as like the Mandarin people, even like different regions and stuff. There's like Hong Kong culture, there's Guangdong culture, there's like all these different things. There's Toisan people, like Miniman. And so there's like, not all Chinese people are the same. And honestly, there's just so much variety of Chinese people and stuff. So I don't know. I'm not sure. Like, I was never really interested in going back to China per se, but I am interested in seeing like what it's like being a Chinese, like Malaysian and stuff like that. And just check it out. Oh, I heard like the Chinese like Indonesian scene is pretty crazy too. And they're like, I've heard from a bunch of my friends that a lot of the girls are like super fire, they're super hot. So I don't know. I have no idea, dude. But I just gotta go for myself and just check it out. But yeah, I really do think it's the next phase of my life where I just need to. I mean, I love Vegas. Vegas has given me so much. I wouldn't say I'm never gonna move out of Vegas. I would say because it's a great tax haven. Although the heat is really, really tough. Like, there's just so many people that come through that, like, I see a lot more of my California friends here than I did back in California. So I don't ever expect myself to leave Vegas completely, but I do want to do an international chapter of like doing a Twitter house in Vietnam or something like that. I think it would be super, super fun and super fun. Dude, you guys want to know something else? One of the reasons why I work at Whole Foods is like, one, the internet's super fast, but two, bro, I spend way less money at Whole Foods than I do at like coffee shops. If you think about it, coffee shops these days, it's not uncommon to spend like $7, $8, sometimes $10. Bro, like the other day, I went to a coffee shop and I spent $8 on a croissant. I was like, what the fuck? I don't really eat croissants that much, but I was like, what the fuck? Has inflation really hit that hard recently? I was like, what the fuck? So when I'm here at Whole Foods, I'll just grab like a coffee, the coffee that's on sale, which is pretty fire. Like, especially the cold brews and stuff, the canned cold brews, I've been trying them out. They've been pretty good. And then I'll get like a LaCroix, which is like 70 cents or something. It's probably cheaper if I buy a whole box, but honestly, I can't trust my ass because I'm gonna drink half of those like in a day. So I just drip it out, and I'll only spend like a few bucks every single day, and I'll just like it's like whatever, and the internet's super fast. I can upload like 100 gigabytes in 2 or 3 hours. And that's why I've been working on it there too. So it's been pretty sick. As a pharmacist, what do you think about Ozempic? To be honest, I haven't been really keeping up with the whole Ozempic thing. I've been seeing a lot of the memes and stuff like that. I actually don't know too much about it, but my CEs are coming up, so if you ask me in 2 months, I'll probably know a lot about it. Because I'm sure right now everybody's talking about it, but since I'm not like, I don't want to say I'm not in the industry, but I haven't been as focused on like keeping up with my CEs recently. I don't know too much about it, but I would say like nothing is free. Like I think one wise person said nothing is free biologically. So I don't know. There's probably some sort of cost, some sort of side effect that we don't know about. And we'll see. We'll see with the long-term studies. Something I also don't trust, and maybe it makes me, I don't know. I don't think it makes me a conspiracy theorist or anything like that, but I think like honestly, it's very, very hard to trust these drug companies because there's a history of like lawsuits and shady practices by these drug companies too. So I don't know. I don't think it's like a miracle drug or anything like that. I probably think there's probably some sort of side effects. But this is all speculation. I don't really know. So I think that's awareness too. Like I think like a lot of people that will just be like, oh, it's the worst thing ever, blah, blah, blah. But the truth is we don't really know. Like I don't really, I know when I don't know something. Like, this is one of those times where I'm like, yo, I don't know shit about it. It's easy to spend hundreds in these coffee shops. Oh, especially the ones in like San Jose, but it's not on coffee, I'll tell you that. If you guys don't know what a Mima's coffee shop is, there's a bunch in San Jose, there's some, we'll open up this before. There's a bunch of San Jose, there's Cafe Lulu, and stuff. And I actually have a lot of friends who like used to work at coffee shops. I was actually hanging with one earlier today. We're really, really close friends, but I'm telling you the secret business dealings behind that. A lot of it is like selling drugs and this sort of stuff. Like what do you need? Take it from there. It's a high ticket deal. It's so funny. Yeah. It's kind of crazy though. Like, I don't know. I think like honestly, I'd be a lot more popular as a YouTuber if I did like more current events and I was like reviewing like, oh, pharmacists refuse this, but I don't know. Like honestly, like I feel like pharmacy was a major part of my life and a major part of my story, but I don't really identify as because like I have to face it. I've been out of practice for five years already, you know. And so, do I have some knowledge? For sure, I do. But also, like I've lost probably a lot of knowledge, and there's new nuances that I don't really realize. There's probably the laws and stuff that I don't know about. Would I feel confident practicing? Dispensing, I don't know because there's just like certain laws, but I could definitely pick it up really, really quickly. But yeah, I just like personally, I don't really identify myself as a pharmacist, like a traditional pharmacist these days. I think the only thing that pharmacy really taught me was like how to learn really, really quickly and just making really good friends. But honestly, like I don't know, I don't really attribute like pharmacy as a big thing to my success. I think like honestly, I should have just picked a. I've been thinking about this like topic a lot. It's like kind of like people talk a lot about trade school, like HVAC and all these like hard skills, which are actually really, really important. But I think like one of the things that we don't talk about are like the digital trades, like copywriting, high ticket sales, like all these hard skills that we should know, client success, ops, like things like that. So yeah. The sound is low, yeah, probably. My mic has been like up, down, all that shit, so who knows. But thanks for coming here that initially. Appreciate it. Alright, last questions guys. I'm gonna probably start ending pretty soon. There's only like a few more people here and all that, and I need to get working on my thoughts before tomorrow. Try and get everything done before like busy ass day tomorrow. I have like literally. Let me check my schedule tomorrow. The next 2 days I have like. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 calls, hot yoga. Had to do some creator stuff. My like it's waiting on footage from me. The next day I have a mastermind call and all that. Shit. Is that stuff? And mastermind calls, and I'm gonna be on the podcast. I'm gonna friends podcast and stuff. So, and I have hot yoga on that day too. So it's pretty crazy. I'm like pretty packed, but these are all good problems to have now. Anyways, it was so great. I'm gonna like I don't see any more comments here, so I'm gonna end the stream. I just think it was like really cool just to chop it up with you guys. I would tell you guys I would like probably stream more, but to be honest with you, I like keeping it infrequent because it kind of makes it a little bit special, and I actually have things to talk about. When I pop in every single week, I have very little to talk about because not too many things happen like week to week, but like when I pop in like once a quarter, twice a quarter, or something like that, there's a lot more for me to talk about, and that's how I've been treating my like newsletter too and stuff like that. But yeah, I appreciate all y'all. Thank you for joining. And I will talk to you guys later. Love you guys. Let me know if there's anything I can do to help. Slide through DMs, drop comments, share my content, or drop like comments in my content. It means a lot to me. Appreciate all y'all. Talk to you guys later. Peace, bye.
Yeah, so season 4 stays.